called Rhythmic Reading Professional Development Workshop. Thank you for taking your time. So I'm going to be teaching you about a strategy that I am pretty passionate about called the Rhythm Walk. And I've decided to do this because I feel that children need more movement throughout the day, and this is a good way to do that as well as get them to understand what fluency is, particularly phrasing, which is where these sentence strips come into play. And something a little bit different that we're doing this time is we're adding music to it from a laptop, and we're also going to be watching a video. And I'll go more into that in a little bit. But we are doing the poem, 1, 2, Buckle My Shoe. It's pretty fun. I chose this one because it has a specific rhythm to it, and I feel like young children can understand that if they hear it. And it's pretty repetitive, you know, it's the same kind of tempo going, and so if they hear that, that might help them remember the words. And they also, by remembering the words, they can associate what they remember with the actual words on a paper. So that will help them actually kind of know the words outside of the song maybe. And so I felt that this was pretty powerful. And so we have the sentence strips right here, and I've also added pictures to help associate the pictures with the words. So we have 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, a big fat hen.
Just a little different than how I used to do it.
Oh, really? How'd you do it?
We said something like start all over again. Again, rhyming.
Oh, instead of big fat hen,
yeah,
you'd say
we never said
9,
big fat
10,
hen.
Start it again.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I did that. I've never heard of that before.
That's so funny.
So you've never learned it with the hen?
With the big fat hen? Nope.
Gosh, that's the only way I ever knew it. And I also wanted to show you this version. This version is a little bit longer. It goes like 1, 2, and then buckle my shoe. So it goes.
So they know they know they should pause between the phrases.
Yeah. So I would recommend using these first, just so because you go 1, 2, buckle my shoe. So it's da 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 da. So you have that rhythm going, and then I guess when they get more comfortable, you can add two of them together, so they kind of act as a little bit long. So they kind of act as a longer phrase, but you still have the natural pause at the end. So that's just kind of an example, but I figured we would use this one today.
Yeah.
But so that way we can actually kind of get a feel for the rhythm. We're going to watch a video from the Learning Station called 1, 2, Buckle My Shoe, Kids Songs by the Learning Station.
Okay.
Okay, that's all we're going to watch of that, just because that's pretty much, like, the song goes on to, 11, 12, 13, 14, but I really didn't know that either, and so that's why I'm pausing there. But I figured if you show children this video before you start, that'll first of all get them motivated and engaged, but that'll also get them excited for what's to come. And
it'll give them kind of an insight into the
Yeah.
rhythm too if they don't know the song.
Exactly. So it's kind of building that knowledge before you even begin the process. And I also have the version with the actual music or the actual words, but I also have a version that does not have the words. So it's a karaoke version of the song, which is what I figured we would do with these sentence strips. We would try it with we can even try it with this song, and then we would go to the karaoke, and then eventually move from karaoke to no music, so that way they can have that in their head, that rhythm in their head. So that's why I felt that adding this technology piece to it would be very helpful. And so I will demonstrate how to do that.
Okay.
And if we practice first with this version that has the words, that'll kind of help them understand that after every natural pause, they move on to the next one. Each one is a different color to represent a different phrase, and also the first time I'm doing this, I'm not going to read it. I'm just getting the kind of the rhythm for it and understanding, okay, here's where the natural pauses are in the actual poem/song, and I can associate what I'm hearing with the pictures. So that way the first time I can focus on that, and then the second time I'm going to try to read it, with the song, and when I'm reading it, I'm going to read the words while looking at them to try to make that association. If that makes sense. Maybe?
Yes,
Okay.
it does.
Okay. Alright, so that was the first round. Now the second time I'm going to try to say, I can sing it or I can say it, doesn't matter which one, but my goal is to make it all the way around, and the whole purpose of this is to kind of repeat it, so that's why I'm kind of doing this a few different times. So this is actually just kind of demonstrating for the students different ways in which you could do this, depending on their level and where they should start. So these are definitely different ways in which you could begin the process. One, two, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, a big fat hen. Do it again. And so I also wanted to say that another thing you can do, which I would personally do, is add some little movements to it. And from especially when I was little, I would always have movements to go along with these pictures. So 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, we did a big fat hen. So
that's cute.
So that's just another thing you could do. So basically, I've tried it with the song. Now I'm going to try it with a karaoke version, which is, honestly, it's a different company that made this one, so the beat is still the same, but it's just a tad slower, I think. So, but again, I'm going to pause it when it starts to go over 10. 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, a big fat hen. So that's kind of the best version I could find of the song. And so you could try this with the movements as well, if you would like. Oh, that's your phone. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. And so I feel like adding that extra portion in there would definitely be helpful for those students who kind of need something to keep them going, like to keep them understanding this is the beat and this is how it's going to always be throughout the whole entire process. Because this is honestly something I've never done before with this strategy, and so I actually think I might continue to use this portion with it.
I like it because it keeps them going at a steady rhythm, as opposed to like focusing on their own their own rhythm or their
Yeah.
own their own pace, I guess is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, and that's a struggle with a lot of kids because they don't know like what the rhythm is supposed to be.
Right.
Even though you kind of demonstrate it for them, it's sometimes easier to start out with a rhythm that's already set in stone, and that way they can at least just understand what it means to have rhythm when you do this strategy, and so carrying that with them through other poems with similar beats or kind of well-known beats, like for example using other nursery rhymes would be another great way to use this strategy.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and like I said, I just think adding this music piece is particularly helpful for those students, and kind of like what you said, it helps them keep that steady rhythm going. And so, and another option you can do is, before I have you try it, something I also thought about was using MP3 players or CD players if they would like to have more of a focus on it, if they could get distracted by other outside noises. This could be a way for them to actually focus, like
having headphones in.
Yeah, having these songs pre-downloaded on MP3 players or CD players, like on a CD, and having them listen to that so that way they can focus on only that and that only. That's
a good idea. Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
Thank you. Yeah, it's something I thought of earlier today, just for students who maybe can have attention issues in their classroom with outside noises. All right, would you like to try it?
Sure. Oh no, that's okay.
Halfway through.
I noticed that. That's okay. I like that. So you kind of demonstrated it kind of with and without.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot.
No, I like that.
Thank you. I think I think that, you feel like adding music would be helpful to this, particularly with nursery rhymes, or other things as well, or other poems.
I don't know. The only problem I think you might find is I don't know if you'll find music for poems like that.
That's
have
true.
Poems read.
That's true. That was something I also thought about, which is why I also found a video. Sorry, I'm still filming you.
Oh, that's okay.
Which is why I also found a video that was kind of a poetry instrumental, that kind of where you could actually use almost any kind of poem with that beat.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, because you're not going to find like every poem ever in song version with music, but that would be instrumental would be good, because at least it gives them some kind of a rhythm to go off of.
Absolutely, and they can and that doesn't have anything to do with technology necessarily, but they could also use like their own instruments. Oh, that part wasn't the technology
just
piece,
like
but
drums to keep the beat?
Drums, anything like that.
Easy for them at least.
Boom, boom, boom.
If they're not familiar with instrumental. Instruments?
If they're just patting their lap. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, because when I did this over the summer, we didn't use music at all, nor did the poem have music that went with it. So I just kind of created my own little rhythm with it, and the kids just followed that one.
Mimicked it after you.
Yep, basically. But they were older than this. But this might be good for first grade or beginning first grade.
Yeah.
Because then because they're going to learn number words in kindergarten and colors and all that. And so this might be a good, maybe, just depending on their level, this could be used in end of kindergarten, maybe beginning first grade. One
of the main reasons why I decided to use this strategy and also add music in there is because, according to an article I read by Jody Peebles called Integrating Rhythm in Fluency and Motivation for Struggling Readers, she said that movement conceptualizes the rhythmic nature of fluent, expressive reading and allows children to experience and feel how fluent reading should sound while enhancing the learning process by stimulating the neural pathways responsible for retention and cognition. So that's pretty much the main reason why I decided to do this today. Lisa, thank you very much for being a part of my professional development with rhythmic reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.